Welcome back, guys. This is the King of Weaves there, and this is what if Naruto had the Rinnegan part 1, and this is the remake. And something I want to address is that in my last video I got a lot of hate for making Sakura so strong, which makes absolutely no sense. I don't want to address it too much in this video, but listen, if you hate Sakura, you probably didn't watch Shippuden and Boruto. You only watched part 1, and if you still hate her after me explaining that she's way better than Ino and Tenten, and you still think they're better than her, please, just, bro, you can unsubscribe. I don't really care. Like, I don't want, like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's just idiotic because some people don't understand that she was actually hella useful, and you just hate her because she hit Naruto. Some guy was like, oh, I hate her because she hits Naruto. Fam, so you hate pretty much every other character, right? Fam, hella people hate Naruto. Like, are you dumb? Anywho, I don't like being rude to you guys, but it just pissed me off too much. Anywho, and you know what? I'm gonna make Sakura hella strong just for that. I'm gonna just piss you guys off back. Like, bro, how you gonna hate on a character when she got good character development? Bro, it's been already a minute. Anywho, we start this way with pretty much the same events going down. And just saying, 2Q is not in this wave, unfortunately. I'm getting too tired of her. Like, just keep adding her on the what ifs just makes it boring and too repetitive. So, I am making a new character. I have checked with one of my good supporters, someone that doesn't even hate Sakura, someone that deserves respect. Golden Owl, shout out to you, one of my members. An ultimate weeb. I asked him for some, well, if he liked the idea, and he said yes. And of course, I will implement this idea in this wife. I don't know if I will implement it in different wives because I can't be asked. I don't want to make it like Tsuki. And yeah, so let's get straight to it. First, we have Naruto being born, and of course the Nine-Tails gets you know what happens with the Nine-Tails. And yeah, so here what I'm going to do is that Madara actually survives a bit longer, but Obito already starts going under his name. People think Madara is already dead, but Obito starts his plan, the Moon Eye plan, and so of course he still attacks the village with the Nine-Tails, and Minato and Kushina unfortunately die. And yeah, so just as Naruto got the Nine-Tails, after his parents died, Naruto's body started breaking down because of the Nine-Tails' immense pressure. I know in the original he had enough chakra to hold down the Nine-Tails, but I'll say that here it's not about his chakra. It's just that he's a newborn, and he really wasn't in shape, especially because he's like literally how many minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes old, and it's just his body can't handle it yet, because here I'm giving Naruto the full Nine-Tails, not only half, the full Nine-Tails. So Naruto's body actually is starting to break down and he's nearly dying, and as soon as Minato and Kushina drop to the ground, Naruto's about to die. But the Hagoromo, he was actually watching all over this, well, what just happened, what just went down. He knows everything pretty much, and he saw that Naruto was gonna die, his son's reincarnation, and he's like, no, if he dies it's all over. My if Naruto Uzumaki dies, Indra will win. And everything will go up to his plans. And basically, so what he did is that Hagoromo actually went into Naruto's mind, killed Naruto. Naruto really didn't know what he was doing. He was about to die, to be honest. And basically Hagoromo just touched Naruto's, well, covered Naruto's eyes. And what he did is that he actually gave him the Rinnegan. Well, he wasn't trying to give him the Rinnegan or anything. It was actually just trying to give him some of his chakra to actually allow him to survive this. Because the Nine-Tails is pretty freaking strong. He knows that himself. It's a pretty big portion of the 10 tails, and it's actually stronger than all the other tail beasts put together. So it's literally overpowered. And so Hagoromo gives him some chakra, but then realizes he actually gave him the Rinnegan. As soon as Naruto stops being agitated because he's nearly dying, Naruto opens his eyes, and Hagoromo sees that Naruto has a Rinnegan, well, has both Rinnegan, and he's like, oh damn, I gave him the Rinnegan accidentally, jeez. And he didn't really care, because that just made it easy on Naruto to actually take down Indra's reincarnation, which is Sasuke, which he knows about him. But something that went under the radar is that Madara actually had a secret love child, not a secret love child. He actually had a wife. He actually got married in this what if, and had a son. The son actually married a Hatake, a female Hatake, and the Hokage actually found out. It was actually before the Great Ninja War, and before Minato became the fourth Hokage. And yeah, so Madara basically Madara's son hated the village because they were exiling him. He wasn't even in the village. He was literally on his own. He was a great ninja, to be honest. He wasn't like his father. He wasn't against the leaf or anything. But once they actually tried to kill him because he was just Madara's son, not grandson. He actually started hating them, and he went against them. But there was this one woman he met outside the village, and she was a Hatake, and he fell in love with her, and of course they got into a relationship, and they never really got married, but of course they had a kid, and that kid was actually born a few days after Naruto's birth. And the third Hokage actually issued an important mission with some some Naruto Anbus, and some Jonins, and this is a top secret mission, which in the end they were actually able to kill Madara's son and basically daughter-in-law. And yeah, so they died, but they left a child behind. Her name was Sukome. Don't ask me how I came up with that name. It just came to my mind. Sukome was half Hatake and half Uchiha, and of course she was orphaned at a very young age. She was actually born a bit before Naruto, around just a bit before Naruto. I'm not gonna say her birthday. Anywho, Sukome had white hair and she had black eyes, just like her father, but white hair like her mother. And Madara saw this, and he's like, oh, I guess you must be Tsukome, right? Tsukome, not Tsukome, Tsukome. And basically Tsukome started smiling at Madara, and Madara had a little soft spot because that's his grandchild, his granddaughter. And what he did is that, alright, but just because you're my son's daughter, I'll take you in, and I'll train you. I don't have much time left, but I guess it's the least I can do for my son, right? And just saying, Madara loved his son, and he had even a bigger grudge against them now. And Madara actually extended his life even further until Sukome was like 6. Yes, she was 6 when Madara died. I know I'm expanding his lifespan a lot more. It's because Madara could do it, especially because of the Hashirama cells. Remember cells? Hashirama has a mad life energy, and with his cells he can increase it, but of course he decided not to because he believed that Obito could have done it. And anywho, after Sukome became 6, she actually saw her grandfather die on his deathbed, and she actually awakened the Sharingan at that moment because she loved her grandfather. He was a kind man to her, and the only person that she could really call family. And of course Obito took over Sukome's training afterwards because Sukome literally had no one, and Sukome actually was being trained to become another person to join the Akatsuki and continue his Moon Eye plan, the plan of a world of dreams, of course. And Sukome was pretty strong even at the age of 6. She was a prodigy. She was an Uchiha and a Hatake. So her chakra was actually pretty well. Her chakra reserves were pretty big, and she had a ton of chakra, of course, because she needs it. And yes, she has the Sharingan. She doesn't have the Mangekyo Sharingan yet. She will unlock it soon. No, wait 1 minute. Sorry, I got my script wrong. Sukome already had the Sharingan, and after Madara's death, she actually awakened the Mangekyo, but she wasn't ready to use it yet. She only awakened it temporarily, which Obito actually saw, and he was impressed. But Sukome's eyes was started to bleed intensively, and basically Obito, what he did is that he knocked her out because Sukome was gonna die, especially because of blood loss, not blood lost. Sukome would have died because she wouldn't have any blood left, and so he knocked her out. And once Sukome woke up, she was in a bed with her eyes back to normal, and she was like, "Where's my grandfather?" And Obito says, "Did you already forget?" And Sukome then started crying. But anywho, Obito then said, "Don't worry, I'll take over your training, and you shall complete your grandfather's wish, right, Sukome? Will you, or will you go against it? It's your choice." And Sukome is like, I don't remember anything. So what was his plan again? And basically, Obito says he never told you yet. I should have told you after his death. That's what he told me. But of course, you wouldn't know. You're still young. So once you're 8, I shall tell you the true plan that Madara had. And of course, Sukome is like, "No, tell me now. There's no point of hiding it." And basically, Obito's like, "You shall listen to me. I am your new sensei now. So you call me sensei. You don't call me Toby anymore, understand?" And Sukome is like, "Okay." And yeah, so Naruto in this time actually had the Rinnegan. And of course, over this time, some people actually didn't like it. Well, they're like, "How could this kid be the reincarnation of..." Well, some people were like, "Wait, is that the reincarnation of the Sage of Six Paths?" So some people wanted to actually some people adored Naruto because of his eyes, because his eyes were legendary eyes, known to be only owned by the Sage of Six Paths. But of course, some people thought that he's a demon. He has the 9 tails. There's no way he could have the Sage of Six Paths eyes. They must be some kind of they must be some kind of curse, or they were trying to find every excuse to hate Naruto. And yeah, so in the end, they actually started hating Naruto. Everyone started hating him, except for a few people. Some Anbus were actually really intrigued by Naruto's secret powers. Itachi was actually really confused on what the Rinnegan was, because he never really knew. But then he asked the Hokage, and the Hokage said it's a legendary dojutsu known to be owned by the Sage of Six Paths. I'm sure you know who that is, right? Anywho, Naruto is now 8, 2 years later. He's really done nothing, and now that he started the academy, Naruto has some kind of wisdom within him that he himself doesn't know what it is. It's just something that he always had. He knew how to make smart decisions for some reason, and that's something that it was like a bundle that came with the Rinnegan. You know what I mean? Anywho, Naruto started academy, and he was actually at the top of his class. He really was quite smart, and he wasn't dumb or anything. He was actually on par with Sasuke, and Sasuke kind of hated that he's not at the top of his class, because he can't really show off to show that he's literally going to be better than Itachi when he's older. But of course, after a few months, after a few weeks, the Uchiha clan still gets massacred. And yes, so Sasuke still becomes emo, you know, like in the original. He's still gay. Unfortunately, yes, Sasuke is gay, confirmed. Yeah. After this, Sasuke kind of stopped talking to anyone who he actually talked to, and so just saying, Naruto, even though he's at the top of the class, he's not really like the one that the girls really like because of his eyes. They don't look they look pretty scary to girls, and of course he's still hated by most people except for a few people like Hinata, Shino, Shikamaru, and Choji. They're actually his friends, and they don't really care how he looks. As long as they can be friends, it's fine by them. And plus, he's pretty good. He helps them a lot in studies, especially when they need help. And most of the times, they pass their exams thanks to his help. Anywho, I'm going to skip a few years. Well, I mean, I'm going to skip 2 years, and this is when Obito actually decides to send Sukome on her first ever mission. Sukome is actually really strong. She has the Mangekyo. She knows how to use a few of her abilities, not all of them, but she's still pretty freaking strong. Even with the MS, not the Mangekyo, Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. And just saying, Madara can't really give her his eyes because he already implanted them into Nagato. But she will get his eyes once Madara is actually revived by Nagato, Nagato, and she will get the eyes. Well, actually, no, sorry. She won't really get his eyes. She will. Madara will get them back, but Madara will find a way to actually clone his eyes because he loves his granddaughter. Anywho, a few years later, when Naruto is now 9, no, not 9. He's 10. Sukome, who is the same age, gets sent to her first mission in the Leaf Village to actually go spy on the Leaf and see how strong the shinobi are and their defenses and everything. Sukome really found it easy to get in because of her stealth abilities. She is a pretty good stealthy ninja. I mean, all ninjas should be stealthy. They shouldn't be making hella noise. Anywho, Sukome isn't really known by anyone, unlike Obito. Obito is kinda known because of the amounts of missions he done as the masked man. And remember, the Akatsuki were already doing missions for, dirty work for nations that needed help in doing them. You know, like in the original, they needed to make their name big. And yeah, so, of course, this Obito is kinda known as the masked man. And a lot of people know him, especially because he's killed a lot of people. Anywho, Sukome enters the village and she enrolls into the academy. She acts like she's stupid and everything, and just saying she'll be replacing Kiba. Unfortunately, Hokage Kiba, you shall be replaced. I'm really sorry, but it is what it is. And yeah, Sukome is watching out for the Ninetales, especially because she needs to. And plus, there were rumors that the Ninetales had the Ninetales Jinchuriki had the Rinnegan, and Sukome actually was interested in what the Rinnegan was. She never really knew or anything, but she wanted to know. And in the end, Sukome actually kind of got close to Naruto by trying to get into his friend group. You know, like she's trying to be a fake friend, to be honest. But then another 2 years pass, and Sukome really hasn't made any moves to actually get to know Naruto really well. But she's actually starting right at the end, around when they're 11 and they're about to enroll into the second year of the last year of the academy. Sukome is actually getting a bit closer to Naruto, and something that she's actually noticed about Naruto is that he trains a lot. Like, I mean a lot. Naruto, we haven't really covered too much about Naruto here, but Naruto, after he actually enrolled into the academy, he's been training non-stop. Especially because he asked the Hokage if the Sage of Six Paths had these eyes and they're so like well known by other people, even normal villagers. Does that mean they have special abilities? And then the Hokage says, "I've only heard of one ability." and that ability is this and that. So basically what he says is that he heard that there's this ability where you can push and pull, but it's just a rumor that he's heard around, but he's not sure if he knows if it's true. And then Naruto says, is it perhaps similar to any other dojutsu? And then the Hokage is like, well, I'm not sure. I mean, the Rinnegan doesn't really look like any other dojutsu. For example, the Rinnegan, I mean the Sharingan and the Hyuga's eyes, the Byakugan. But I mean, I do have someone who could help you, and his name is Kakashi Hatake. I mean, he might be able to tell you how to use your eyes. It may be similar to the Sharingan. I mean, they both end with the same gun, Rinnegan, Sharingan. Anywho, you know where I'm going with this. And Naruto and Kakashi have been secretly, no one really knows except for Shikamaru. Shikamaru has actually found out because Naruto always leaves, but then once he followed him, and he found out that he's actually been training with someone called Kakashi Hatake, and he's trying to find some information about him, but he really wasn't too good at finding info right now. Even though he's a prodigy, he's a smart ass, his IQ is over 200. Still, Naruto has been training with Kakashi, and Kakashi realized that Naruto's chakra control was actually really good. Yes, Naruto's chakra control has been really good because he's been secretly training, even on his own, with his friends too. And so, even though he has the full 9 tails, Naruto's Rinnegan actually contrasts the 9 tails distortion of his chakra, and yeah, he's able to control most of his chakra. And also, the 9 tails isn't as bad to him as in the original, where he's literally doing all of this on purpose because he hates Naruto, like he doesn't want to be stuck inside Naruto. Yeah, so he's doing this because Naruto reminds him a lot of his father, the Sage of Six Paths, who has actually created him. And yeah, so the 9 tails, every time Naruto gets stronger and gets closer to actually unlocking the abilities of the Rinnegan, he's always smiling and saying, if this kid actually is able to control these eyes, these divine eyes, I shall give him my own power. There's no way I won't. He is the next Sage of Six Paths. I can feel it in my veins. My own power is telling me. I'm sure all the other tailed beasts will recognize Naruto as the next old man. And basically, remember, Kurama has not been split in half, so he has both halves. Even though having both halves doesn't really change Kurama's personality, because in the original he was always hateful, but it is what it is. And I want to make Kurama a bit more friendly. I mean, he's not gonna be like literally, oh, Naruto, you're my best friend, you're my host, I will respect you and I'll help you whenever you want my help. And yeah, so he's not like that. He's more like, you're gonna earn your share, right, Naruto? And basically, Naruto hasn't even got his first link with Kurama. Like, he's never even seen how Kurama looks, or he's never even like connected with him, or he's never Kurama never really tried to break the seal yet. Kurama will start giving Naruto chakra just to see how Naruto can handle this chakra, and if he goes crazy, he will stop, and he'll say, nah, he's not worthy, G. Like, he doesn't deserve this power, bro. And if he can control himself even with his power, yeah, then he's like, alright, cool, you're able to control yourself, that's good, that's really good, impressive. Let's see now, can you control this amount of power? Yeah, so he's gonna keep going like that. But Naruto's still young, he's only still an 11-year-old. As soon as Naruto graduates, yes, Naruto was able to graduate with flying colors, and Tsukome, who has been actually keeping under the radar without actually try-harding in school or anything, living on her own and just low-key. She's been low-key, and she has passed her exam easily, even though she wasn't at the top of her class. But she has been put on a team with Naruto Sasuke, and Sakura. I know some of you think that there is no actual system to do the teams, but I think there is, and I'll say that Sukome was actually able to infiltrate. Well, not really infiltrate, just get her hands into info of the academy, how they do the teams and how they can balance it. And they say that top of the class, well, the one at the bottom of the class is placed with the top two, and yeah, blah blah blah. Not top two, but it is what it is. So bottom, first, and middle actually get to be in the same one. So she's actually always tried to be in the middle of a class, not the top, because at the top that will mean that Naruto won't be in her team, and she wants Naruto to be in her team because he's the Jinchuriki that she's meant to be spying on, and seeing how he how strong he is and everything, especially because she will need to capture him eventually, and he has the Rinnegan, and she needs the Rinnegan because she wants it, especially because she wants it. Anywho, Obito wants it too, but Obito realizes that he could just take it from Sukome if needed, and if Madara gets revived and Obito kills Sukome, he's dead. There's no way he can beat Madara. He knows that if Madara in his youthful state would obliterate Sukome, but during this time Naruto really hasn't been growing close to Sukome or anything until the end. Like right around the end of the academy, Sukome and Naruto have started speaking. Sukome actually faked that she needed help in a subject, or not in a subject, in something, and Naruto actually said, yeah, sure, I can help you, and he helped her quite a bit. Well, she really didn't need his help. She knew more than him, to be honest. She's smarter than him, she's stronger than him, because Naruto really hasn't even been able to unlock one of the well, not unlock, he hasn't been able to really use any of the abilities of the Rinnegan yet, and it is what it is. And of course, Team 7 has been announced, and Sakura's like, why does Sukome why is Sukome with Sasuke? And I know Sasuke was meant to be like at the top of the class, but what he done is that after the yeah, this is not canon, but I want to do it like this because of the system. I'll say that since Kiba isn't there and Naruto's not a knucklehead, I'll say that Sasuke actually stopped trying in school and just did his own thing because he concentrated more on his training, and he knew the final exam because he's heard it over the years, and he's like, alright, cool, I'll just pass the final exam, right? It's fine if I'm at the bottom of the class. It's about my power, not how or what other people think about me. I don't care about their opinions. Anywho, yeah. So Naruto, Sasuke, and Sukome have been put in the same team, and in the end, Sukome accomplished her mission of being in the same team as the Ninetales Jinchuriki, which it was literally the only reason she was in the academy in the first place, because she needed to be in the same team as him for her mission to be completed. And now that she is, her mission truly begins, because now she really needs to find out more about the Ninetales Jinchuriki and how he trains, because she's only started to get close to him. And Naruto really doesn't mind Sukome because she's not a bad person, as what he can see, but in reality Sukome just wants to capture him. Anywho, Sukome starts well, of course she starts talking to Naruto while they were waiting for their sensei, Kakashi, coming in late as always, and she's like, hey Naruto, so what kind of training do you do? And Naruto's like, I just train on my own, and sometimes with some friends. And Sukome is like, oh really, can I join you? And Naruto's like, I mean, if you want, I don't really mind. I mean, yeah, of course you can join, there's no need to ask me, anyone could join. Sasuke, you want to join? And Sasuke's like, sharp, you damn loser. And Naruto's like, alright, cool, there don't need to be that rude. Anywho, Naruto is more like a cool person, like he doesn't really care, and he's like, yeah, He doesn't like me, he don't like me. Cool, it's fine by me. Anywho, Naruto and Sukome were talking until Kakashi actually arrived, and now Kakashi's like, you guys seem pretty boring, and Naruto's like, of course you'd say that. Kakashi Sensei is Kakashi Sensei after all. And just saying, Kakashi has been training Naruto over these past few years, and Naruto has actually mastered a few techniques that normal Genin, even Jonin, struggle to master. And I'm not gonna say which ones. He of course has the Shadow Clone Jutsu because he is utterly disgusting at using the Clone Jutsu. Even though he has better chakra control, he has too much chakra, and his clones really come out bad because of the amount of chakra he puts in them. And so Kakashi actually taught him the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which actually helped him way more than the Clone Jutsu. And of course, Naruto has actually learned the body flicker, and he's a master at it. He's a pretty much Shisui 2.0, and no one really knows about Naruto's true power except for Kakashi and the third Hokage. And Sukome has seen Naruto train with Kakashi as well, and she's like, why are they acting like they don't know each other? They don't want to hide that they've been training from this long, such a long time. And the only reason they're acting that they don't know each other is because they don't want to make the other two people feel like they've been left out, because Naruto's already been training with Kakashi, and they're trying to be fair, but it's not really fair because Naruto has gotten privileged training from Kakashi Hatake himself. Anyways, of course, Naruto and Sukome, and Sasuke, sorry guys, I saw a massive fly. Yeah, so Naruto, Sukome, and Sasuke go up to the roof, and Kakashi asks, alright, now you guys tell me your dreams, your goals, your likes, your dislikes. Go on. We'll start with you, Sukome. And Sukome is like, my dream, I don't really have one yet. My goals, aren't they like similar to my dreams, which I don't have? And my dislikes are not being able to train, and my likes are training. And she was pretty vague on her answers, but it's Sukome. She's always been pretty secretive about her life. No one really knows anything about her, but Sukome really doesn't want to tell anyone about her true intents, her true missions. But of course, eventually people will find out, because Sukome will wanna capture Naruto. And yeah, so a few months, now it's Sasuke's turn, and Sasuke says, I don't really have any likes or dislike, but I dislike annoying people, and my dream is to restore my clan and kill a certain someone, even though it's not a dream anymore. I'm getting stronger and I'll make it a reality. And basically, and then Naruto says, oh, my likes are training and hanging out with friends, and my dislikes are being alone, and my goal is to be honest, I don't really have a specific goal, but I guess you could say to show people I'm not that bad, and I'm not a disgusting human being like they think I am. I try to be kind to them. I never really be rude to anyone, but I guess they still just don't like me. I'm not sure why, but it is what it is. It's just human nature. Anywho, Kakashi's interesting. I understand. Anyways, tomorrow we will have an exam, and you guys will have to meet me at this specific time, at this specific location. Understood? And remember, do not eat, because you'll vomit. And Naruto's like, what's Kakashi Sensei waffling about? What does he mean you're gonna vomit by eating? Whatever. And Naruto, the next morning, he wakes up actually late, because he already knows Kakashi, and he's like, yeah, the only reason I came to class at the right time is because I didn't want to miss my team, and I really didn't want to wait, but Sukome kept me up, Anywho, Naruto was actually gonna leave and come back later because Sukome. The only reason he actually stayed is because Sukome was talking to him, and he's like, "Alright, cool. Let me answer her questions since I'm a kind person, right?" As I said. Anywho, Naruto then actually came late and ate, and Sukome really actually just came early at the time just to show. The fly! Raw! Please get away! Alright, yo, wait, yo, chill. Stupid fly, fam! I hit it with the stick. It died. Prick. I hate flies, man. And so scary, though. Anywho, sorry, guys. Now, what was that? Naruto came and saw that Sukome actually was pretty hungry, and she looked a bit irritated, which she was. Inside, she's like, if I just had the chance, I'd kill this Kakashi dude. And she has a pretty weird personality. She's not like Tsuki or Hinata. She's more like a Sakura, just an angry Sakura inside. And yeah, so Naruto says, hey, you lot, I got some food. Do you guys want some? I mean, I already knew Kakashi Sensei was gonna be late after tomorrow. And Sukome says that, are you sure? Don't you want it? Aren't you hungry? And Naruto says, oh no, I came late for a reason, because I knew he was gonna be late, so I ate already. I knew he was lying. And Sasuke says, I really don't want to take food from a loser, but I guess I need it. Thank you. And basically then Sukome and Sasuke ate, and Kakashi arrived thinking that he did a good thing. Now it's going to be much easier and he could just read his book. But then he sees that they're all pretty much not really tired. They're actually not hungry either, because Naruto brought them food. And Kakashi's like, but it was Naruto. Who else could it be? And basically then he's like, okay, whatever. Let's go. Our exam will be in training round number 7, so get ready. It won't be an easy exam. And basically they go to training round number 7, and Kakashi explains the drill, and he says, you gotta take the bells away from me in this certain amount of time, blah blah blah. And basically they have to do it. And then Sukome, who's actually pretty intellectual, says, hey, wait, there's only 2. Did you forget one or something? And Kakashi's like, I guess you noticed. Yes, there's only 2, because only 2 of you will pass, and one of you will return to the academy. And Sasuke's like, oh no, yeah, I gotta pass this one. And Naruto's like, there must be a catch to this. I've never ever heard of a team with only 2 people. And Naruto says, really, Kakashi Sensei, are you being serious? Only 2 of us? I've never really heard of this. Is there a catch to it? And Kakashi's like, no, it's a new rule we've been implementing for this generation of ninjas. And Naruto's like, oh really? Alright, debatable, but alright. Okay, let's go. Let's begin then, Kakashi Sensei. And Kakashi's like, alright, you have until 12 p.m. and if you don't get the bells, no, you won't have lunch. Understood? And Naruto's like, what? That doesn't make sense. Anywho, they all actually go out. Well, they actually spread out. And Naruto, straight away, he actually, with the wisdom he has, he actually found out what this whole exam is all about. And he's like, alright, cool. So this exam is literally about teamwork. There's no way Kakashi Sensei will actually send one of us back to the academy. Now, I've never heard of this. This thing is BS. It's not true. And basically what he does is that he finds Sukome immediately, because Naruto could actually sense chakra. Remember, he's a sensory ninja, and he's been training. He hasn't been slacking off. He's been training for multiple years now. And yeah, so now that Naruto sensed Sukome was actually being stealthy here, and she's like, alright, finally I get to try in something. And as soon as Naruto tapped her on the back, she's like, wait, what? And Naruto's like, hey Sukome, shush, we need to find Sasuke. There's a catch to this exam. We all have to work together. It doesn't matter if we get It doesn't matter if we don't get the bells, as long as he can see that we have teamwork, it's fine. And basically, Sukome is like, oh, wait, alright, understand. Let's go find Sasuke. And on the way, Sukome is like, hold up, how did this kid find me? There's no way he could have found me. None of the Jonins were able to find me when I snuck in with Obito and make fake credentials. There's no way. What kind of ninja is he? He's been hiding something from us. Have I not? What's going on? And basically, Sukome was literally actually flabbergasted, gobsmacked on Naruto being able to find her that quick, especially when she was being stealthy. And remember, she's an S rank shinobi, and Naruto's powers is something that a Genin would never have. It's unimaginable. It's I need a whatever. I need thesaurus. Yeah, I need a thesaurus to. it's divine. Yeah, that's the good word. Anywho, the bell test actually now began, and they find Sasuke, and Naruto explains this to Sasuke, and Sasuke is like, how are you so sure of this? And Naruto's like, just trust me on this one, Sasuke. And Sasuke is like, but how? How do you know this? Explain, Naruto. How can I trust you? And basically, so Naruto says, if you can't trust me, if you can't trust your own teammates, how are we going to pass this? It's all about teamwork, Sasuke. Just trust me on this one. And Sasuke is like, if you're wrong about this, Naruto, you loser, I will get you back. Anywho, Sasuke, Naruto, and Tsuki were planning this, and Naruto's like, alright, Sasuke, we'll have to do this real fast. Do you know the body flicker technique? And Sasuke's like, yes, I do. What about it? And yes, Sasuke has learned it over time. And Naruto's like, okay, we'll have to do this real fast. This plan is all about speed. Sukome, I'm sure you know how the body flicker. You've been hiding a lot from us. I've already been noticing that. And Sukome's like, this kid, just how much does he know about me? And basically, then Naruto's like, okay, all we gotta do is literally body flicker around him, but only come after I actually find an opening for you guys. Understood? If not, don't even try. So Kakashi Sensei is something different. He has abilities that we can't even we can't even imagine to go up against. Understood? And they're like, alright, we get it. And basically, Naruto hasn't told this to Kakashi, and it's something that he kept a secret from literally everyone who's trained him. He's actually trained with weights as well, because once a guy actually came here, and he's like, oh, is he your new student, Kakashi? When did you get a student? Tell me. And basically, yeah, guy actually helped Naruto train too, and this actually helped him increase his speed in you know, body flicker. And yeah, so Naruto has been training with weights for quite a few months. Not it's been recent that he basically started training with weights recently, and he actually took them off for this. And Sukome is like, wait, what? I've never seen this. What's this? And basically, what happened is that Naruto body flickered even faster than Sukome could keep up with. And remember, Sukome doesn't even have Sharingan activated, but even without it, she's pretty. Her vision is pretty good. Anywho, it's sharper than most people's. Anyways, Sukome is like, no way, that's no body flicker. Even anyone using body flicker, you can still slightly see the chakra. I couldn't even see his chakra signature. What the hell? And just saying, Sukome's Sharingan is an extent, like it's so strong that, bruh. Anywho, just saying, Madara, if you're wondering who Madara's wife was, she was just a random shinobi. Yes, she was actually just not even shinobi. She was just a random civilian that he fell in love with. Anyway, if I didn't mention it. Anyways, now, of course, Sukome was kind of confused, and she was kind of pissed that she knew literally nothing about Naruto, when literally what she thought, her ego was pretty big. She's like, oh, I know everything. like no one knows anything about me and I know everything about them, blah blah blah. Basically her ego was massive. That's what I'm trying to say here. And yes, so Sukome is like, this kid knows way too much. How does he know this? What else does he know about me? And Naruto actually knows quite a lot. I'm not gonna say how much, but quite a lot. Anyways, anywho, my signature word, my favorite word, the most used word by the King of Weebs to this day is anywho. Anyway, who? Sukome was pretty pissed, but she had to follow the plan. And basically, even Kakashi barely noticed Naruto, and he's like, oh damn. And basically, he actually took off his mask, realizing that Naruto is not playing around here, and he's actually being serious. And he's like, nah, Naruto ain't no joke. He's a pretty strong shinobi. And he's like, okay, let me try hard. And basically, he started using Sharingan, and Sukome knew about this, but Sasuke was really confused, and he's like, alright, cool, what the fuck. Anywho, Naruto says, oh, so Kakashi Sensei's tryharding. I guess he's not the most overpowered ninja I know. And then Kakashi's like, I never said I was. And then basically Naruto's like, okay, take this, Kakashi Sensei. And Kakashi's like, wait, what? And what he did is that he used the almighty push to actually push Kakashi away from from him. And this actually startled Kakashi. He actually stunned him for a minute, and he's like, wait, hold up, how? What was that? I've never seen this. And yeah, so Kakashi was able to actually Naruto was able to actually push away Kakashi without Kakashi even noticing. And then Sukome and Sasuke actually arrived, and they both took a bell. When Kakashi was literally out of the fight, he really didn't know anything, and he was confused. He was more gobsmacked than Naruto doing this technique than him losing the bells. He's like, how? What was that? Was that an ability of the Rinnegan? And basically Naruto then says, Kakashi Sensei, I've never told you this, but I've unlocked this ability a long time ago. I never told you because I wanted to surprise you. I guess this was the best time, right? And Sukome and Sasuke was kinda jealous of Naruto's abilities, but then he started asking Kakashi questions, and Kakashi's like, oh, and basically Sukome actually, Sasuke really didn't catch it when Naruto says, I've never told you this, because he was more interested in Kakashi knowing about the having the Sharingan. And he tells him about what happened with his friend, and she knows his friend. She knows pretty much everything about Obito. Madara has told her, and she's like, oh, so he still loves Obito as a friend. Interesting. Obito. She knows his real name. And anywho, because Madara told her pretty much everything, because he trusts her more than Obito. And anywho, Sukome was like, hey, Kakashi Sensei, I've caught on that you said, how do you know this? And Naruto's like, I've never told you this. Does that mean you two knew each other before this? And Kakashi's like, yes. We didn't want to tell you this because we thought it was kind of unfair on you guys. But Naruto has been my student for a long time now. I've been training him since the age of 9. I'm sorry for not telling you guys, but I guess you know now. But I'll train all of you equally from now on. And Naruto's like, yeah, and I can help you guys. And Sasuke's like, wait. And Sasuke's like, wait, could you help me unlock my Sharingan? And Kakashi's like, yeah, sure, kid. I'll train you to unlock your Sharingan. Don't worry. I told you I'll train all of you equally. And then basically Sukome's just saying, Sukome said she was a civilian. Basically, she wasn't. Basically, what happened is that Sukome was an outsider, and most people really didn't want to talk to her. And basically, Kakashi knew about this, and he's like, hey, Sukome, do you have a clan name? And Sukome's like, oh no, my cousin actually adopted me. We never really had a clan name. And Yeah, she didn't want me in her house anymore because I was making too much trouble. I guess um I've been orphaned by I guess yeah, I don't have a clan. That's all. And she doesn't really want to talk about her life, and because she doesn't really have a life. No, 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 no. That's not what I meant. She doesn't really have a true identity. All she had, well, she can't tell her true. She can't really give her true identity away to people like these lot because she has a mission to accomplish, and if she fails this, it's pretty much over. Like literally, the only reason she's still alive, well, she still lives on, is to literally complete her grandfather's wish, or she would have pretty much killed herself after her grandfather's death. Anywho, um, after all, she really has no other purpose in life. That's what she believes, but she should we know better. There's multiple purposes, and plus the purpose that she's living for really doesn't make sense. It's actually a bad one. Anywho, Naruto's like, really an outsider, huh? I guess she doesn't want to tell us her true intent, and Naruto doesn't know about like her wanting the Nine Tails and everything. And just saying, Naruto knew about the Nine Tails because the third Hokage actually decided to tell him, because he thought Naruto was like a wise person because of the Rinnegan, and he deserves to know. It's like, bro, it's his life. Like, he cannot keep it a secret forever. Naruto will find out soon, and if he tells him now, it's better than later, because then he won't hate him for not telling him. Anywho, then the Naruto really didn't hate the Hokage for not telling him earlier, because he understood that as a kid maybe he would have had a different reaction to it from because now he is a bit wiser, and well, when he got told, he was like 10, and he's a bit wiser, and especially because of his wisdom just given by the sage of six path. I was about to say sixth Hokage. I'm like, wait, what? Hold up. Anywho, he was basically, Naruto really didn't mind him having the Nine Tails, and thought it was a pretty cool thing being a Jinchuriki. But of course, it's not as basically Naruto has a different personality. He doesn't hate being a Jinchuriki. It was that in the original. Anywho, Team 7 finished their mission, well, the test, and their exam, the bell test, and now they're heading home for the day. And Naruto is actually stopped by Sukome, and Naruto's like, oh, hey Sukome, do you need anything? And Sukome is like, just how much do you know about me? Tell me now, Naruto Uzumaki. And basically, Naruto says, oh, I guess you're calling me by my full name. Does that mean you're being serious now? And Sukome is like, tell me, how much do you know about me, or I'll kill you. And Naruto's like, oh, me. Sukome, let's not get into a fight. We're teammates after all. We're friends. And I don't know much about you, to be honest. And that's a lie. Naruto knows a lot more. He knows that he knows a lot about her, but he doesn't know her true intent about the Nine Tails and that. And Naruto says, and Sukome is like, activates, he knows that she's a Uchiha, that's for sure. Naruto has found out because Sukome once was training, and Naruto, being the stealthy ninja that he is, yes, Naruto is actually a stealthy ninja too. Kakashi has trained him in it, and Naruto was just a natural talent. Anywho, Naruto actually found out Sukome found Sukome training with her Sharingan, and was like, this is interesting. I never knew this. Anywho, Naruto is now acting like he doesn't know, and then basically once Sukome activates her Sharingan, and asks him, how much do you know about me? He's like, oh, so you're finally showing your true colors, aren't you? And Sukomi's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And Naruto's like, you always acted like you were a calm person, but you're nothing like a calm person. You're pretty bad-tempered, aren't you, Sukome? I wonder who you got that from. And Naruto was kind of being rude here, and Sukome is like, how dare you? Are you disrespecting my parents? And Naruto's like, no, I'm just saying that if you want answers from someone, you shouldn't be this rude either, especially threatening me. Do you really know who I am? Do you really know anything about me? I already know you've been spying on me. Do you think I'm that stupid, Sukome? Do you really think I'm that naive? Do you now? And basically, Naruto pushes her away. And just saying, this was like a little bit of a secluded area because no one really comes this way, especially at this time of the day. And Naruto uses the almighty push to push Sukome away, saying, "Do you really know that how anything about me? I thought you were a stealthy ninja, aren't you? And unfortunately, it seems like you know nothing about me, even though you've been spying on me for years now, 2, 3 years." And Sukomi's like, "Just how much do you know about me? Tell me." And Naruto's like, "I'll tell you all I know about you right now. And to be honest, it's not really that much. I only know that you're a strong Uchiha and you're hiding it for some reason. That's all I know. So please, Sukome, just don't be this rude to others, especially threatening someone when you want answers from them. Isn't it a smart decision, is it now, Sukome? Tell me." And Sukome's like, "I'm sorry. I didn't want to be this rude. I was just in a bad mood. I'm really sorry, forgive me." And Naruto's like, "Oh, it's fine. You don't need to say sorry to me. I'm just a random kid. There's really no need for it." And Naruto basically then says, "It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're still friends." And Sukome is like, "Wait, friends?" And Naruto smiles at her warmly. A warm smile came out of Naruto and says, "Of course we're friends. We've always been friends, right? You asked me for help, right? Remember?" And Sukomi's like, "Oh yeah." And this kind of changed Sukomi's view of Naruto, because she's never really seen Naruto as a friend, and Naruto's always seen her as a friend. But and she saw Naruto's warm smile, and she's like, "What was that? Why did he smile at me like that?" And Sukome was kind of confused, and she had mixed feelings if she should drop the act and tell him everything, or she should keep her act and still trying to get information about him. But it's kind of impossible now because Naruto knows that she spies on him, and for all she knows, Naruto could be thinking that she's a stalker, but in reality she's not. Naruto doesn't know her true intent, if you know what I mean. Capturing him is not something Naruto knows about, and Sukome is grateful that her stealth abilities were that good that he didn't find out about her true plan, and that's all she really cares about. Anywho, as long as he doesn't know about that, it's fine. He can find out about her being an Uchiha. It's fine by her, as long as her plan isn't ruined by him finding out. It's all good. Anywho, of course, the next day, Team 7 begins their missions, and Sukome is kinda uncomfortable with Naruto now because of yesterday's little argument. And what was that, bro? I feel like I was talking on air. Whoa, I have the corona death row. But if I die, Sakura's the best character. Anywho, yeah. Naruto actually saw Sukome actually being a bit stiff around him, and he's like, "Hey Sukome, there's no need to worry about yesterday. What happened. We're still friends, remember?" And Naruto gave her a smile, and Sukome is like, how can he still smile like that after me trying to threaten him for information about him? And basically, Naruto is he's a kind soul. He's not the basically killer Naruto that I usually make him. And anywho, Sukome was kind of confused on why Naruto's always being so kind, and she asks Naruto, "Why are you so kind to me? Like, I tried to kill you yesterday, in secret of course." And Naruto's like, "Everyone has their bad days. I'm sure you were just in a bad mood, as you said." Anywho, let's get back to our mission. Of course, they finished their mission, and this story is really different from the originals. And Sukome doesn't like Naruto yet, and she still wants to kill him and get his Rinnegan, and still wants to capture the Nine Tails and complete her grandfather's wish. Anywho, Sukome then says, This kid's annoying me. I want to kill him so bad right now. If only he wasn't the Jinchuriki and he didn't have a Rinnegan. Ah, he would have been so dead. Anywho, Naruto, then, well, Naruto now is actually asking Kakashi after their mission. He's like, hey, Kakashi Sensei, can you train us? You did say you're gonna train us, right? And Kakashi's like, oh no, did I say that? Oh no, I forgot. And basically, Kakashi is too lazy to do it, and he's like, alright, cool, whatever. Sasuke, we shall begin our training today, understood? And Sasuke's like, oh sure, whatever. As long as I can unlock my Sharingan, it's fine by me. And yeah, so Team 7 begins their training, and for the next month they always do D-rank missions and continue their training. And Naruto has unlocked another ability on his own this time. He wasn't training with the team this time. He actually wasn't feeling well. He just don't want to train with his team today because he was actually training on his own secretly during this time. During his free time, he's been training on his own, and it's actually been helping him a lot because he's finding time to himself. And most of the training sessions is them actually trying to improve their teamwork, but it is what it is. And now Naruto has unlocked this new ability, and this ability is actually to absorb chakra. And then just ironically, Kakashi actually decides that they should actually do a spar, and it's actually Sukome versus Sasuke. And Sasuke was like, Sasuke already actually unlocked the Sharingan, the 2 Tomoe Sharingan by now, on one eye, and one had the 1 Tomoe, because he's been training for a month with Kakashi, Sukome, and Naruto. And anywho, remember, they're all dojutsu users. Pretty over freaking powered team, if you know what I mean. I mean, 2 Sharingan users, well, 3 Sharingan users, 2 Mangekyo Sharingan users. Well, Kakashi still doesn't know about his, and a Rinnegan user. Anywho, Sukome began the fight by actually using her earth style techniques, and it's a technique actually created herself. She created it herself, and no one really knew about it. And what she does is that she slams her foot on the ground and says, earth style, earthquake. And Sasuke was like, wait, what? And he lost his balance, and basically he activated his Sharingan to increase his chakra control. And yes, he can increase his chakra control. Remember, the Sharingan is literally a boost to all stats. Anywho, he actually increases his chakra control on his feet. And just saying, they actually already learned